Merry Christmas. I am Candy, the sweet that speaks.
I'm Tonara. I bring the fire and the ice. I'll make you think twice.
I'm Joe. A little bit of business, a little bit of class, and a whole lot of sass.
So welcome to our Christmas edition of Champagne and Cigars. We have some amazing ladies here with us, some of our dearest and closest friends. So this episode is going to be informal. It's just us, just being women, who we are, just us, just casual conversations that we normally have. So I want to welcome LaShambra.
Thank you.
Toya.
And Tonara.
Thank you.
So thank you, ladies, for being here on our Christmas edition. So
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. So starting off with since it's the Christmas time, I wanted to talk to you guys about what are some of your normal traditional things, how you celebrate your your Christmas.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah, let's go with you. Let's start with you.
Well, I would say that I'm very traditional when it comes to Christmas. We go get the tree, me and my family, we decorate, we do all the traditional stuff. I have a 3-year-old, well, he's 4, he just made 4, a 4-year-old son who he loves any holiday. So we try to go all out for him and do gingerbread houses and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty traditional for me.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I have a lot of traditions, but I actually start early. See, Thanksgiving, I start playing Christmas music.
Yeah.
So that's like my thing.
You one of them.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is Thanksgiving, not Christmas. But I start off early with that. And I don't really do a lot of decoration. I may decorate a table, and that's about it. Mm-hmm. But, I get my energy from my friends and my family.
Yeah.
Mainly that's, I use that time to appreciate those people. And my tradition is just making sure I stay connected and I can go to all your houses and pick up a plate.
So for me, growing up, my brother's birthday is Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. So like Christmas Eve was always a big deal, and opening at least one present with him, because I get it's your birthday, but you're not about to be the only one opening it. Yeah. And so now, like having kids, I kind of miss that, because we do wait till Christmas morning with them, but I typically call everybody over because my kids are the youngest in the family, so I want everybody to come over and watch my baby. So yes. But I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. My favorite.
Yeah, for me, Christmas is like, okay, it's weird because I would think that Christmas would be one of my favorite holidays, but it's kind of like an okay thing. I think Christmas for me is sometimes kind of sad because I miss my grandmother. For whatever reason, it's like I really, really, really think about her and miss her then. For us, I kind of start early sometime too. I normally have like a girlfriend's Christmas pajama party that we always do, which is really fun. I know. We do the Secret Santa, we just do different things. Christmas Eve, I normally get with my side because I'm married. We normally get with my side of the family. Like last year, we do like a cook-off and we're in pajamas and we're having game night, Jordan. How that's what we do. And then the day of Christmas, I'm at my in-laws, and they have a whole day lined out. So that's basically what my Christmas was like.
My family, we love Christmas. We always do the big Christmas party. We get together on Christmas Eve, but then it's more intimate on Christmas, where we just celebrate each other. So yeah, I don't have kids.
I think Christmas now that I have kids is like way better. To see like their excitement on Christmas Day, and then we do Elf on the Shelf at our house. So we have like our 2 elves, and it's like a big deal. So I enjoy that. I look forward to Christmas now as a mom to see the smiles on their face and like just the excitement that they have. I remember that feeling, and so I love to create that for them as well. Yeah.
My kids look forward to getting the sales ad, the book.
The book, yes, the Amazon and Target. It's the best.
It's like they get that book, they look for the Target one, the Walmart one, they're circling. I'm like, all right, put your little list together. I kind of love that they look forward to getting that sales, the thick toy sales ad. So that's like a new big thing for us. Yeah.
Okay. That's so cute.
Are your kid? I mean, Austin the other day, he's my youngest, he's 9, and he was like, "Is Santa Claus real?" And at that point, I didn't know what to say, like, because he said it just seems like you and Dad are always just getting the gifts. Like, he's trying to put 2 and 2 together. And then I didn't want to break his heart and be like, Santa Claus is not real. So I just was like, well, I don't, I said Santa, and I said we buy gifts too. So trying to, because I was like, didn't want to crush his heart. Like, there's no Santa Claus.
Kason, he's 9. He's never believed. Like, I never had to tell him that. He's just a very logical kid.
Yeah.
But the youngest one, even though he knows it, he still talks about Santa, and I just allow him to. It's the same with the Easter bunny. I just feel like life now is so stressful that I'm okay with them having these little fantasies. So it's like, I know that Kai doesn't. He knows that there isn't a Santa, but he is gonna talk about Santa
It's the
all
idea
season.
of
It's the
it.
idea,
Exactly.
and I just play along with it. So they know.
Y'all know another thing I find stressful about Christmas is buying gifts. Because you never know what somebody wants, or am I going to get the right gift, or I just hate. It's just too much pressure.
It
That's
is.
why Secret Santa and the White Elephant game.
Yeah,
that comes in handy because you can just give them a limit, go buy something, y'all can exchange it and play the game.
Girl, we tried it, and people still be complaining about Secret Santa gifts.
Now let's be honest. So if
Come on,
you go
Toya.
out your way and you go and you buy this, okay, I'm gonna get, because you want to have a nice gift because your circle of friends, so you buy a nice gift. What happens when you pick that gift and you're like, huh? I want my gift that I bought back. Do you feel some kind of way when you pick that gift that's naughty?
I feel like if you have a limit, right? $25, $50. I mean, I'm not expecting a Chanel bag or diamonds or anything like that. When it's coming from, I appreciate whatever is given.
I agree.
I don't feel the way. It's just a thought to me. Honestly.
No, you have a Secret Santa with cost limits to it.
But sometimes people in the group may spend a little bit more. Like,
Yeah,
I know me sometimes. I'm really
I
just going to
do,
get
yeah,
something that I really think a person might appreciate, even if it's over the limit.
Right.
$50, yeah.
9 times out of 10, the people you have a party with, you already know the one that's gone.
That's true.
And you, Lord, please don't let her have my name. Please don't let her have my name.
I know who did that.
Let me see that bag. Look what the bag look like. That's going to determine which gift I get.
The way it's wrapped,
And you know that bag everybody keeps picking over, and you're like, there's a reason why nobody's picking this one, so you try to go with the other one.
Or when they act like what's in the bag is great because you want somebody
you
else to
gonna
go
love
ahead.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we've been, but I miss COVID has kind of threw a lot off, even that togetherness, just feeling that friendship and that vibe, When I see you guys, I get so happy. It's like I've never seen you guys before. It's like, because COVID is, it seems like years. Like it is really felt like a long time. And I miss our Christmas parties. I really do.
hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Okay, so what about like if you're dating? At what point is the person supposed to buy you a gift, or are you supposed to buy it? Like, is it just like an understanding, or like, is it a conversation you have? Like, do you expect it? So let's say, Toya, since you say, you dating 3 guys, you expect 3 gifts?
But hypothetically, if I am dating 3 guys, yes, I'm expecting
3 gifts.
I'm not saying that they have to be elaborate gifts. Now, the one that's getting the most time, I expect him
I asked the right person.
best gift, but a little token to say, not saying that, even if it's perfume, I don't care. It could be, my favorite
Look, cause she bougie.
Bougie tea.
She said perfume, like perfume cheap.
I didn't say what kind of perfume though,
But we know you.
But I am expecting some, because I'm probably gonna give something too. So it's not gonna be one-sided.
Right.
Because how do you let a holiday go by and just say, okay, I'm not gonna do anything but hey, Merry Christmas, that's it. And it's like, okay, but you've been spending this time, you've invested your time with this person. So even the smallest of things to show.
She will buy a good gift. Or are you upset if you pay more and you get something less? Would you feel a certain type of way?
No,
No. Yeah.
it's the thought for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it could be a sentimental gift, and it wouldn't have a price on it. So that's that's good too.
So I have a question. I'm married, so we don't even gifts don't really matter no more.
Right.
But you asked about time limit. So for y'all like you that could be dating somebody, what if you met somebody this week?
Right.
Do you expect him to buy you a gift for Christmas?
If I met them this week, we're not dating. It's not long
Well,
enough
let's
to
say
be
Christmas.
dating.
Well, it is.
Well, we only went on one
time.
date. We're not dating.
Okay.
See, I guess it's the perception of what
How
you
long
feel
do
like
you have to
dating.
date then? Before you would single.
How long I would have to date?
Before you expect a token.
Before I expect something?
Yeah.
One.
I guess I'm not really but the men I date, I mean, they're grown men. Like they're just gonna buy some. It doesn't matter. I've never dated someone, even if it was a week, that didn't, show something like some type of form of appreciation, or to say that, hey, Merry Christmas. Like I don't know. I can't really say that. But I can't meet somebody tomorrow and buy them a Christmas gift the next day. Like, that's not gonna make sense. But I would say reasonably, if you've been dating someone and you guys been talking, quite a bit, I'd say a couple weeks or so. Yeah, you should buy them something. It doesn't have to be anything major, but a little something.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think nothing is wrong with having that conversation. Like, we're talking about, oh, what's Christmas coming up? You want something? Like, kind of like throwing it out there. Like, are we doing like gift exchange? But I'm not just expecting anything, and I just met the guy. Even if it's after like a week or so.
Right.
And according to NBC, they said that a lot of people break up during holiday time. Do you think it's because people don't want to buy gifts? Like, why you want to break up with me right before Thanksgiving? Because Christmas around the corner. I'm saying, like, we're not about to do that. Like, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people break up.
Laziness, yeah.
Laziness.
Brokenness.
Brokenness. Cheapness. No, that's unacceptable. That's
But if you're dating a gentleman,
exactly
Right.
he's going to show you that token of appreciation. I believe, me personally.
I know I was seeing something on Instagram. This was like a couple weeks ago, and they were making a big thing about like Life Jennings, and I think he said something about parents over buying gifts for their kids, and that you shouldn't. So the people were going in on him like, well, if you don't want to buy your kids Christmas gifts, then just say that, as opposed to saying, people are just spending too much money on buying Christmas gifts. But I feel like if I want to go all out on my kids, if they're good kids or whatever, I'm going to do that. Yeah. And I'm not going to worry about what somebody else say. You can sit there and say, oh, she didn't spend. Those are my kids and they're good kids. It's a difference if I'm just giving some entitled just kids just whatever, but who's to say what I want to do with my money at Christmas?
And it's my business.
That's my business. And it's my kids.
Exactly.
He came back and clarified that he wasn't talking about like small kids giving them a lot of like toys. Right? Okay. He was talking about extravagant things, and then they just don't appreciate it. So that's what he was talking about, spoiling them in that aspect.
But who say that kid won't appreciate it? I think
talking about
his
situation.
If you're talking about his,
you know what I'm saying? In hindsight,
because I've seen a lot of people post like, should there be a limit on Christmas gifts? It was some meme.
I don't think
not in my house.
I don't think it should be even for kids, because all of our parents did the most. I mean, because it made them feel good. Some people are doing it just because. Some parents are doing it because I feel good, and this is what I want to do for my child. And they deserve it. They were good. This is what they want. And then if they believe in Santa and things like that, you kind of want to keep that going. But it's your energy. Right. Your kid is going to appreciate whatever you bring, whether it's a toy from the dollar store or whether it's, clothes from Saks.
Right.
I'm grown, and my mama still send us the text in the group chat. What do y'all
what you want?
Things, what y'all no limit on what we want. Just
that's
tell
her mama.
us what you want. And I'm out the house.
But it's up to you. I don't think because of what society feels like, oh, you shouldn't spend that much. That's what you shouldn't spend.
Right.
But if that's what I want to spend, you can't tell me what to spend.
What to spend.
But I will say, I feel bad for people that financially can't do those things, and then they go into debt.
That's the issue.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm
that's what those.
That's what he was maybe
like,
saying.
is it a
Like,
limit
yeah.
for people's financial situation?
You just
have to do within your
Do
means.
what's in your means.
Stay within your means.
Do what's in your means. That's what I'm saying. Just be smart about what you do. Like, just like if I know my check is only $500, I'm not gonna spend $250 on Christmas gifts, and I still have my light bill, my
Bills,
water bill.
yeah.
Like, you just have to really be smart about what you do. But I can't be mad at a person who has a lot of money and they want to spend thousands of dollars on their kids. You do what you want to do with your money, and it's not nobody's place to say how you spend your money.
I agree.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
But I think the times that we live in, and I always call it we're in this Insta world where everybody sees what somebody else has, and if they don't have it, then you're trying to show off what you have.
Envy.
You know, it's that envy, and I am a firm believer. Like, you can admiration sometimes turns into jealousy, and jealousy turns into envy. No, admiration turns into envy. I'm sorry. Then envy turns into jealousy, and then jealousy turns into hate.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good.
I can't measure that for you because what may not be your real life could be my real life. And with amongst my friends, it's normal, but to you, it's like, well, they just showing. No, this is a normal life for you. If it's not yours, then that's fine.
Exactly.
You know, but we're in this Insta world where you have more followers than you have leaders.
Right.
I'm not expecting you to be exactly like me.
Exactly.
No, and you should want to.
No.
And the thing is, I remember I used to battle like with sharing my successes or sharing things that I have because I'm too busy worrying about what everybody else is thinking. And I stopped thinking like, okay, this is what God has for me.
Right.
So I'm not going to hide that because you're insecure, you're jealous, or you're envious. Like, why do I have to do that? And then it was even sad when you notice that it's his girlfriends, that some of those traits are in some of your very close circles. And it's so crazy because I'm a firm believer of you can't be friends with me if you want my life. In whatever shape, form of that. Like, if it's my husband, my money, like, you can't want whatever it is, we can't be friends.
Right.
Because to me, it's not genuine. I feel like we all different. We all bring something to the table. Like, I'm not jealous of you or you or like I'm not, because I have my own and you have what's for you.
Exactly.
So
And you have to be comfortable with people that you call your friends. Like, I know that I can call Candace and I can tell her, "Oh, girl, look, I bought this and that," you know, and I know she's not gonna feel
like,
so
girl,
bad.
yes, let me see, send me a picture.
You right, send me a picture, and next thing I know, we broke out the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that. So it's not a feeling of, oh, you just trying to show off. Where I get to pick and choose. Because there's only certain friends I can call and say that and won't feel like I'm bragging.
Right.
Like, why I can't be proud of the fact that, hey, I got that G-Wagon, you
Yeah.
know? Why I can't call you and say that? Be like, oh, Toya called me talking about she got a jam G-Wagon. She just want to show off.
Yeah.
Why can't I be happy for you? And why do I have to hide that and not tell somebody? My friend was like, oh, girl, I didn't know you got that. Why you didn't tell anybody? Because I don't know how that person is going to feel.
Right.
So you get to pick and choose who you can share certain things with. Because you know that person's not going to judge you and they know where you're coming from, a humble space.
Yeah.
You know? But it's hard because like I said, we're in this Insta world.
I'm just disturbed though by the fact that multiple people here said y'all don't share y'all successes. I literally thought I was like the only person. I never post. I've had some great successes,
But you
just
should.
in 2020 and 2021, and I just feel like I don't share that stuff because I don't know what other people are going through. And I don't want them to feel a certain way. I don't want people to be jealous, you know, and I don't want people to count my pockets.
Yes.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? But for all of y'all to say that, it's just like, it just really
Puts it in perspective. Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah.
But for me, I like to see it because some days
It
I'm
motivates
lacking on
me.
something.
Yes.
And it
It
motivates me.
inspires
Because I'm
me.
like, okay, she bossing up. I need to boss up
I
too.
need to boss
Let me
up.
get on my, because so I like to see stuff like
Me
that.
too.
So let me see what you're doing because that's making me better.
Yes.
Exactly.
Please share.
But it's so crazy that we really were like holding back on sharing our accomplishments. we don't even know how to celebrate the small wins now because, like you said, people are gonna judge. I think we're trying to be boastful. No, I'm happy.
Because I think people know that my inner circle they're successful. Do they necessarily know what everybody does? Because I think a lot of people, don't live their life on social media, so you don't see the ups and the downs. You can only assume. Like if you go to my social media, you will never know. Like if you're trying to figure me out, you probably won't. Like
You post memes all day.
And we know she like prisoner.
And you know she like prisoner.
She love prisoner wine. Give her a contract.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
I'm gonna have my wine and I'm gonna be on a page. That's all you're gonna know. It's like it's hard to figure out.
Nothing's wrong with that either.
Nothing.
You can put social media is whatever you want to make it.
Exactly.
And it's who you want to be.
Who you want to be.
I may want to be
I'm scared.
Club Candy today.
That's
I may
the
want to be
scary and that's the scary part, that you can be whoever you want to be.
You could be somebody else.
Yes. And that's scary.
But see, your core knows who you are.
Yeah.
Right? And that's to me, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters to me. Who knows me? If you know me, you know me.
You know
like
me.
I know Candace. I know I know you guys for who you are. So it's like, okay, you can say one thing, and I can hear people in the background like. You never know who people know. Like I've been out and I tell her all the time, like somebody will say something and I'm just listening. I'm like, you have no clue. Like that's my family.
People judge a book by its cover all day.
And it's crazy
To me.
So, okay, for everybody like heavy on social media, do you filter? So, as a professional, right? I'm very professional. Y'all know that about me. I'm super classy. There's a ratchet side to me, right? I'm a trap queen. So, it's just like there's a part of me that want the world to see that side of me, and I just can't. I can't give them that homegirl
Because you're
side of me.
composed. Because you're not concerned with the world knowing. You know that.
Right.
Yeah.
We know how I am.
Yeah.
But it's just like, do y'all filter certain parts of your
I know I
personality?
do. I know I do. Because some people see a different side of me and they're like, oh, this is not that quiet, So I'm saying I have learned to filter a lot of things or only post certain things because I don't need everybody in their world anyway.
Right.
And then if you need to see that side, you shouldn't want to see that side.
Yeah.
Or people will be like, I didn't know you had that in you. Well, that means the people that I'm around don't bring that out of me, which is a good thing. Because if you bringing it out of me all the time, then we have a problem. Then something's wrong.
For me, now where I'm at, I used to like really filter myself a lot, but my following is really, they follow me because I am so authentic and transparent that I try to share pieces or versions of all of myself, but I still try to keep a little bit for myself, if that makes sense. But I do I know a lot of my followers love when I'm like, because I curse all time. Every day I curse. So they like when India was saying earlier, like, girl, you was on there cursing one day and I just loved it because it's who I am, right? But then they also like when I'm like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Instead of like, just because I feel like most people just show all the highs, we don't show what's real. And so I really try to be conscious about like showing like intimate moments, but still saving, like, I'm going through some shit, but you don't really know what the shit is. Unless you know me.
That part.
Then you know, like, what it is.
That part.
So do you find, because you do have a high social media presence, that it affects you when sometimes you can be so transparent and people make comments or you may hear this? Do you think that affects you, or do you think that you're oversharing sometimes?
I think, like, I go back and forth because, like, maybe a couple of months ago, since I've been going through what I've been going through, people would be like, where's Corey? Where's, but it's like, you don't really know me.
Yeah.
You now you're going too far.
Yeah.
And I battle with myself. It's like, okay, like, now I'm like, okay, the next time I'm with somebody, I don't really want to share that with y'all because then you feel like you're entitled to know all of my business and you're not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like what I'm going through is healing for someone. And I'm okay with that too, because God gave me this to help somebody else.
Exactly.
So I go back and forth, and I think it's about like finding a balance. But like the day that you text me and was like, you just need to get off social media, you just need to take a break, and I have to do that sometimes. Like I have to. The reason I haven't created content since June is because if I'm not in a space where I'm open enough to share and be vulnerable, and where it's real, I can't do it. I can't fake it. I know people who can, but I really can't. So I might share like little memes and stuff, but I'm not gonna talk as much. I might share like a picture, but my captions aren't gonna be as detailed, as transparent. Once I'm in the space for that though, I'm okay with sharing it.
Yeah.
Because that's what social media means to you.
To me.
It is
To you, yeah.
It's an outlet.
It's an outlet for me. It's healing for me. It is my
You're a
platform.
blogger. So
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's your platform.
Yeah.
And like you say, you make it what it makes. I mean, look at your industry you're in. Like
Real estate.
I look at you're in the real estate industry. I look at you giving people tips. And
Tips
things like
and
that.
you doing everything.
Because that's what it means to you.
Sometimes
That's the
I want
point.
to rap my favorite rap list.
You can do that too.
You were
We want to see that realtor that's rapping.
We gonna be.
We can be a part of that.
That's what sets you apart, because you are being your authentic.
Yeah.
self.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a realtor. Yes, I'm professional, but I have a personality.
But when we go and look at houses, we can rap together.
Yeah.
We gonna dance and see how I feel in this space.
You know, like, is this person gonna make me laugh? Is this person's gonna inspire me? Everybody has a purpose. Like,
Since we all the greedy people over here on these two couches, we had to take a little snack break.
exactly. And Sham here acting like she doesn't want to share.
I love sharing what you love.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
Of course.
I did want to pose this question, because we've been doing a couple episodes, but is there anything that you want to ask any of the ladies or in the group, or just something specific you may want to talk about? Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
We can go ahead and talk about the meme that I shared with you. I said, this will be a good topic for y'all to talk about. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. But about, would you tell your friends if you saw their man out cheating?
Absolutely.
I'll go first because all of y'all are looking. So I've been in that situation several times.
Several
Times.
Oh no.
I feel like back in the day when I was younger, didn't know what I know now, I would say something. Now I don't. Because typically those people that I see, it's a history, right? So what is me saying something? So it's those particular situations. So I guess it would be a case by case, you know what I'm saying? Because I would want somebody to tell me, because I haven't experienced it, right?
Yeah.
So give me the benefit of the doubt to see how I respond to it. But those people have a history of it. So what is me telling gonna do anything? So that's how I think.
I'm snitching.
I'm snitching and I'm FaceTiming while I'm there.
I was gonna
But
say
it depends on who the friend is.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say
Right.
it depends on who the friend is. If we're just associates,
Yeah.
Then
not in business.
Like, I'm obviously telling you. But if it came to you, Manera, I'm probably gonna have a conversation with Tonara, and she would say something to you. One of y'all,
That's
like,
fair.
I'm calling y'all.
Yeah.
No, I would hope.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm going up to the person. I'm like, yeah, Candace is on the phone right here. And I'm like, oh, how are you? My name is Hazel. Yeah, you know I'm gonna say something. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Candace, here she is right here. Yeah, it depends on
Who it is?
who it is. Yeah. Absolutely. It depends on who it is. Because if you're that close and we're family, so now, it's all for one. And she doesn't have to do the same thing that I would, but
It may be different ways that you may do
different
it.
ways. My approach may be totally different. Like my approach,
Because you're definitely gonna go with the phone.
absolutely no bars held. I'm going all in.
I'm be like, where is such and such?
No, I'm pulling up a whole seat. Like
Right.
what we eating
We
tonight?
sitting together.
Like,
We all sitting together.
It's
But would you do that immediately, or would you kind of like, see what's going on?
Immediately.
Oh no,
instant thing
immediately.
for me.
Okay.
Instant.
Because if it's nothing, then you'll
If
know
it's
that when
nothing,
you're
you'll
faced
know
with the
that.
situation.
Right.
And I'm the type of person, I may even be somewhere and it may not even be nothing negative. I'll be like, Toya, such and such is here. I'm not saying he's doing anything. I'm just letting you know he's here. And she'll be like, oh, I know he's there.
Yeah.
But if I see something, then I want him to see my face. And I'm going over
Exactly.
there. And it is case by case.
It is a case by
Because certain friends, I wouldn't say nothing. And it's not because I don't know how they going to react. I'm just like, I'm not in there.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
not
some
in
people. I know you've been here before, so if nothing changed in a relationship, then I'm not about to cause any strife because you're okay with it.
That's fair.
So
But I can keep telling you too, at the end of the day, it's your choice.
Right.
I'm not mad because you reacting how you react. All I know is I told you. Now what you do with it, that's on
totally
you.
up
And
to
if you
you.
choose to keep going, that's on you. But I did my part and I told you. So you can't never sit there and say, you never said anything or why would you? I did what I was supposed to do. You just kept.
well, have y'all ever told and it changed the friendship?
with the person. No.
I actually have never been in that situation.
Same. Me neither.
Thank God.
Oh, that's why you said several. Yeah, several.
That's why I think you have
I
to pick and
have.
choose, and it has to be somebody. I think that's when you learn, like, okay, I'm only going to share this with a certain person because they're going to respect your opinion. They know that you care about them and care about the relationship. You're not going to just tell them something to be hateful. Right? So it just depends. So you have to pick and choose so you won't have those issues. Because if I tell you something, believe me, it's real. It's not fabricated in any way. It's not what I
Right.
think or assume. It is what it is.
Because that's a different type of pain.
Exactly.
It is.
Like that's a different
Exactly.
type of pain.
Couple things you don't play with: my family and my money, and my close friends are my family. It's all the same thing. As long as you don't play with that, then we're good. So I can't sit back and see that something's gonna hurt my family and just not say anything at all. I mean, is that being a good friend or being a good? If you don't,
Type of friend we all need.
exactly. And that goes back to loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't be held responsible for somebody else, only myself.
What's one thing you learned this year? It can be. Was that what you learned? Yes.
Patience. And I would say being patient with myself, being patient with others, because you really don't know what people are going through. Like even your close family and friends, like there's some things that I found out about, like my friends that I didn't know they were going through. And the same thing with my family, like, health things as well. So I would say just being patient. I've learned to be more patient and understanding with others this year.
I learned more so about myself. So I used to be the pop-up queen. Like I would.
Wow.
I would learn to soak things in first before I react. And the outcome is always better. So I'm that person that's walking around saying, "You doing a good job, bitch. You doing a good job."
Yeah.
Because it's just different things. I feel like a few years ago I was going through a lot, and most people didn't know what I was going through. And so it's giving me more empathy to deal with the people and their situations. So I'm really learning to sit back and observe. Like when we were talking about like going through things that everybody doesn't know about, there's this picture from the Winter Gala. And I was going through the darkest period of my life, but it's a beautiful picture. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we always us, because I know us and us on social media and our friendships and familial relationships, and it's just like it was so dark and I looked so beautiful on that picture and nobody knew. And it's just like one day I'm going to post and tell what I was going through, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what people are going through, so going through that situation, I've just learned to just sit back because you really don't know what people are going through. And so that's probably what I've learned the most this year is just sit back and observe before I react.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I understand it because I'm always composed and I go through things too, and it's hard because I'm a type of, Candace knows me. If I'm going through something, I shut down for a week and like don't call me. You know, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want empathy because empathy allows me to hold on to things longer than I should. So I don't want, oh, you're good and you're this and I don't need that. I need a couple of days.
That's the Virgo in us.
That's the Virgo. Yeah. Let me handle this and let me go through it and let me mentally, digest this. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, then I'll start talking about it. After I start getting past it, but trying to open myself up to be a little bit more vulnerable because I'm not invincible, even though the Virgo in me feels like I am Superwoman. I am Michael Jackson, I am Beyonce. I am all that Virgo. But I go through stuff, too. So I guess learning more about myself and being able to open up a little bit more because I think even when I went through a low period, I opened up a little bit more sooner than I normally do because I was shut down. And who did that? My cousin called me one morning on his way to school and was like, hey, man, I'm just calling to check on you. And I was like, that is so sweet. I'm like, why you not at school? But it was just hearing that. And I actually had a tear in my eye because I'm like, okay, I am in a vulnerable place and I do need to feel that love. But how do you open that up without feeling weak?
That's really good.
Because I'm always a strong person. How am I not weak? How do I not show that?
I think mine is what you just said. Like, I'm so strong. And I tell Tonara all the time, like, oh, I can't wait to like be soft and not have to be like strong all the time. And this year, I know that I don't necessarily face emotions head on because I'm so strong. Like I'm fine. I'm okay. But this year I've like learned to like, when I'm feeling sad, like sit in your sadness. When you're angry, like my therapist told me, like, girl, you're so afraid of anger, and anger, it's okay to feel anger. And like, so like I sit in my anger and I can be, it's okay to be angry, but don't stay there, like keep moving. And I've really learned how to like deal with my emotions, and I feel like I've been silent for so long. I have just been so gracious. I'm learning how to like find my voice and find who I am. Like I know who I am, but like relearning myself, this version of myself, who I am and like what I like to do, things that I like to try, things I want to experience that I've forgotten because I hid that part of me for someone else. I like dim myself. I feel like I failed myself in so many ways. I really do. And now I feel so free. I feel like I've never felt as free as I feel right now. And I feel like my mom even told me, she was like, you're healing so fast because you're just leaning into it. And I'm not afraid. Right. A part of me is afraid, yes, but like I'm really not afraid. Because to me, like whatever's on this other side is better than where I was. It's better than what I was dealing with and what I was going through. So if I have to fail over and over again, I would rather do that than be where I was before this. And to me, that's so freeing.
Yes.
So what I learned this year.
That's so good. Y'all got me with the chills.
I'm trying not to cry.
Because me personally, we all go through stuff in different seasons, but my worst time of my life was when God literally had to sit me down and come face to face with my struggles, my demons. And I took 3 years off and went into isolation, like you said. Like I closed off and I went through healing. But now in 2021, this year I learned to give myself grace because I'm always there for everybody. If anybody going through something, who they gonna call? Me. They gonna cry to me, call me. And sometimes I forget to show up for myself because I'm just there to listen to everybody, and I'm a true empath. So everybody's energy transfers to mine, So I think 2021 I learned to kind of give myself grace because I'm still learning.
Yes.
I'm still learning I can't be available to my family and my friends all the time. I got to sometimes be available for me.
Yes. The power of no.
She just talking to
The power of no is so important. It's like you feel like you can't say because you feel like you will be judged or you feel like you let people down, but sometimes you just have to say no.
Yeah, you have to, but sometimes you don't want. Because me personally, I'd rather struggle, go through, and see someone I love struggle and go through. That hurts me more than anything. So if I can, I'm the type of person, if I'm going through something, I'm sitting my problems to the side and I'm going to show up for my friend, for my family, you know what I'm saying? And I got to learn how to show up for myself because I could be going through something and masking what I'm going through to show up for somebody else.
For them.
But your true friends, they understand it.
I know.
And
they will.
They get it.
For sure.
You know.
I lost a fake friend during my darkest period. Well, I thought they were a real friend and realized they weren't because my response to them checking on me was, I don't want to talk right now. Like, I'm not even talking to my mom. Like, it wasn't nothing that I wasn't talking to really anybody. And when I called her, when I was coming out of that, she was like, oh, I was done with you. And she said that, and my head say, oh, but now I'm done with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna be done with me because I'm going through something and I don't want to talk to anybody? And how do you even take that personally?
Yeah.
You know.
But is that a real friend? Is that a real friendship?
I thought it was.
What makes that person your close friend or one of your best friends? What makes a person that? You know, is it things that is it acts?
It's actions. To me, like, I'm not a boastful or say, oh, I'm this friend, but I know I'm a good friend without a doubt.
Facts.
You know, and it's my actions. I can't give you this, can't give you that, but I'm gonna always show up. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be there regardless, rain, sleet, or snow. I'm gonna show up. I don't have kids, but hey, if you need me to get the kids, my house may not even be kid friendly, but I'm gonna make it kid friendly for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's actions. It's about the people who show up when, not even when you least expect it, but just showing up.
In the smallest ways.
You don't even have to say anything.
You
You can be crying and just, I'm just there. You have to be there.
Yeah.
And sometimes your friends know when you're going through something without you. Because I know for me, I feel like
Trying so hard.
I just try know not right.
Oh, y'all have to see me.
I hold a lot in. I don't share a lot because I am very private. I know for years, it's not just 2021, but for years, you walk around with this like weight. Absolutely. And for so long, I carried the weight of a lot of people. And I can't deal with my own weight. So I made a point now to start focusing on Candace because Candace is there for family. Candace is there for friends. Candace is there for kids. And I made a conscious decision that I am living for me. And that now, like, I feel at peace. I'm crying, but it's a peace and it's a weight lifted off me that I'm making a decision for me. Whatever that is, I'm making it for me because people may not see it or they'll be like this or that, but people really don't know how strong I am. Absolutely. I walk around and I function like everything's normal when it's not because that's how my life always been. It's not just now, but my life has always been like that. Issues in my past, like I'm getting through with my therapist, daddy issues, mommy issues, or whatever. It's weight that's been on me since I've been young that I'm finally addressing now. And it's just, I just made a conscious effort that this year is going to be about Candace. And I'm just excited what that looks like. I'm crying now, but I'm excited what that's going to look like.
But it's like a release.
It is.
It is a release.
Yeah.
And change really does come with just one conscious decision to act different, to think different, to be different. You know, it's one decision. Like, y'all don't know that side of me, but I used to be a really angry person. Like, I literally used to fight all the time, right? Little bitty me was about that life. But I made a conscious decision because somebody said in my life to be different. So every day it's like it literally you can change your life and the trajectory with one decision.
Yeah.
Right? And so my friend made that decision.
Yes. You have to, I think it's just finding, you know, with me, you know, with me being single and me being the woman that I am, I struggle with the question of, you know, even within a relationship, how do you be a girlfriend instead of a wife? Because I get wifey. I don't know how to give girlfriend. I just know how to go all in and be this. But am I giving too much?
Oh, that's a good question.
When I should only be giving girlfriend. So I had to sit back and think to myself, you know, within a relationship, what do I do? Because I started questioning myself. Am I giving too much? Am I giving this? How do I fall back now and say, okay, because, you know, like they say, you can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. So am I giving too much? So that's my personal struggle. Like, okay, when I get in this, where do I go from here? But I only know how to be me. So I just ask God for guidance to just show me what am I supposed to do? Or am I being the right woman that I'm supposed to be, but maybe for the wrong person?
That's true. But you're naturally a giver.
Yeah.
So that's something that you really have to, you know, start working on, you know, praying for discernment on, you know, how you should act. But you're just naturally a giver. Like, I feel like I am too, even not in my relationships, but in my friendships. Absolutely. And I'm really getting to a point where, for me, it has to be equal.
Yes.
It's no longer can be one-sided on anything. Like, I'm not going to be there for you, or you can't listen. I'm always listening to you, or when I call, you're busy, or you can't. No, we're not going to have that type of friendship. Or you only call me when you need something. I'm always calling, hey, how you doing? Just checking in, but you never check in on me.
Exactly.
Same thing in relationships. It's just sometimes we can give more than we're receiving, but it needs to be even.
It should be a balance. It really should be a balance.
So I
But
think that kind of answers it for you, right? Prayer, because I would be this. I've been married a long time, but I would be the same person, like giving wifey type things because I'm a nurturer, you know, naturally. But prayer, and then is it being reciprocated?
yeah.
You know, then you would know how far to go in your actions or your love and things of that sort. Love in terms of actions. You may not love them just yet, but you still give.
Yeah.
So, and when it comes to you pouring into them and them not pouring into you, everybody don't have that type of capacity.
Yes.
Right? They make
That's
your
true.
assignment for that moment.
Right.
To pour
Exactly.
into them,
Absolutely.
right? And so again, it's about them reciprocating the energy, right? Either they have it or they don't.
Or they don't.
Right? So that same wall that you have may be stopping them from pouring into you. Men don't communicate the same way
They
we
absolutely
communicate. So it may take them months to build up the energy for them to pour into you, right? They could be shy, you know, it may be some divine message that they want to give to you, but they see the wall, they feel the wall, they don't want to be embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? Men are just not as vulnerable, so don't look at it as, well, I'm pouring into you, you're not pouring into me, and then be done. They just may not be somebody that can pour yet, right? They just may not be in that point of their life. So,
Yeah, I mean, they have to
Don't-
mentally be there.
I'm not saying let the wall down. We have to protect ourselves
Absolutely.
at all costs. We have to protect ourselves. But if there's something you need to pour into somebody, pour that message into them, and don't look for something to be given back to you, right? Because you're gonna get what you need. God is gonna give you what you need.
Yeah. And we communicate differently, so
Yeah.
you have to understand that. We expect so much out of men, thinking that they're going to react like we react, and they don't, because they're not the nurturers that we are.
Right.
You know, and when we understand that we are not the same. I know the new agenda through social media is like, oh, men and women, and through society that we're the same and we want to be treated equal. At the end of the day, we're not. We're not here to be the same.
Yeah.
We're Adam and Eve. You're the rib for a reason. You know, we're not the same. And we're not equals. We don't communicate the same. We don't give the same energy for a reason.
That's true.
We're here to. We're supposed to fit like pieces to a puzzle. If we were the same, could we come together as a puzzle? We'll be like this.
Right.
If we were, we come together like this. We're stronger together than we are apart.
Okay, so every episode we end with a sip of the week. And it's basically something that makes you like, oh, I need to have a glass of wine, or oh, I need a drink or something. It can be good. It can be celebratory. It doesn't have to be bad. Personally, I don't have the capacity for a sip of the week right now. I don't. So I'm going to let y'all sip, and I will, yeah. Do you have a sip? It could be a high, like something good, or maybe something in pop culture you've seen, politics, it doesn't matter.
I would say it's not a negative or a positive thing, but it's kind of like in between. Like, I'm a mom. I'm also in a relationship with my child's father. And sometimes, you know, I try to be like the best mom and the best girlfriend and the best daughter, like all in the same day. So sometimes I'm like, okay, no, I need to just chill it out, take a little sip, you know, or something, because putting too much on myself can be overwhelming. And I have to like realize, that's what I was saying like earlier about patience. I have to be patient with myself and realize like I'm not going to be like 100% for everything, everybody in my household every day. So yeah, that's what I would take a sip to.
Okay. My sip, let's see, I'm gonna try to turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the capacity. I'll give y'all my sip. But I'm gonna say mine is, you know, I'm in a different season of my life, going into entrepreneurship full time. And I have been in a season of complacency.
Ooh.
So this is just me being transparent and honest for my sip of the week. I've been in a season of complacency due to fear. Because I'm in the season of the unknown and not knowing what to expect. So I kind of been, you know, up and down. One minute I want to focus on candles. The next minute I may not even be able to get up out of bed because I don't want to look at them, because I don't know what's coming next. So to end it off in a positive note, I'm going to take a sip of evicting laziness, fear, anything that could be draining and negative to my energy. And I want to replace it with dedication, determination, drive, and just being focused. So that's my sip of the week.
Okay, wait, I am gonna go. Okay. I thought about it. Okay, my sip of the week is I've been listening to Adele's new album. And it has been tearing me up from start to finish. Especially the song My Little Love, the song to her kids, because I feel like I wrote that. I do, to my kids. And I think my sip, kind of like Tonara said, is just going to be, we're ending the year. That next year is going to be better.
It will. Yes.
Because this year was really hard. And nobody knows that. And so 2022, I'm just going to flourish.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fight those feelings of guilt. Even though I know that I did nothing wrong, I feel like it's still my fault breaking my kids' home. And that's something that I'm battling with. And so next year, my sip is that I'm going to have a phenomenal 2022.
Yes, you are. You are.
I don't mean to like make it sad, but just like I'm a boss up on niggas.
Okay. Yes. Let them know who you are.
Like, to be the goddess that I am.
Right. Because I was about to say that.
Okay, what is it called?
Sip of the week.
Sip of the week?
Yeah.
My sip of the week is to the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict.
Yes.
Guilty or not guilty,
Right.
Raising black boys in America, right? Because what if it was self-defense, right? Whatever. I'm not worried about the verdict. It's our justice system and the fact that I have 2 black boys to raise in America.
And a black cousin.
I swipe past a lot of stuff because it causes me anxiety. So I'm sipping to letting go of this anxiety and let God do whatever He's gonna do with the justice system. And yeah, that's where I'm at this week.
Yes. My sip of the week is, can we get past going into the new year of this trying to divide the black man and the black woman and us being a whole, or that person like a Kevin Samuels making this agenda of making other men feel like black women aren't good enough, you know, when you guys came from us.
Hello.
So I don't understand how you can discount us considering. So my thing is, I don't want to stick on being one side of the blaming, but us coming together and letting that go. Letting that go. That's done and that's over with. Now the new agenda is coming together as one, knowing that we are stronger together than we are apart. So I want to sip to the fact that us as black men and women could say, you know what? We're stronger together than we are apart.
Cheers to that. My sip of the week is actually dedicated to women. May 22 bring a year of abundance, love, hope, strength. Reaching all of your dreams, not afraid to fear and step out on whatever it is that you ladies want to do. Step out on that. Don't think about where your life's, just live in that moment and know that God got you.
Right.
Yes.
So my sip of the week is God got us.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you for another episode of Champagne and Cigars. We hope that each and every one of you watching this have a happy and Merry Christmas and a happy New Year. I love you.
Yes, thank y'all for having me.
That's a wrap.